Number one goal, I'm going to invite all of you to come and spend 3 days with me in a month or two's time and come and hang out and learn a whole bunch more. Only those who are truly committed to wealth will come. If you're not truly committed, fine, don't come. But a lot of you will come because you're truly committed. And I'll make you an offer at the end of the night, which means everyone can afford it and there's no reason you shouldn't be there. Second thing is, I'm an author of books. These are my books. What should I get you all to do before you leave tonight? Buy a book. No, not a book, buy all 15 of my books. I'm a sales guy. Where are the other salespeople in the room? Salespeople, hands up. Really? Are we all in sales? Yes or no? Okay, you go out on a date. Is that sales? Okay, it's a harder sell for some than others. True or not? All right, but what you got to remember in sales, Nando, what was your conversion rate? Okay, just keep that in mind. Now, some will get that joke on the way home. All right, it's like, oh shit, that's what he meant by that. Okay. The point of it is, I believe in everything I do, so therefore I sell it pretty hard. If people think to me, like, I don't want to come across as a pushy salesperson. Why? Is your product bad? Is there something wrong with your service? Is your company really awful? Are your competitors better than you? See, if that's the case, yeah, don't sell. But if you think you've got the best product or the best service and you do a really good job, then sell hard, sell what you can. So before you all leave, you should get on Amazon tonight and do what? Buy all of the books. Good answer, well done. Now, in fact, it's real simple. This is my book, Billionaire in Training. It's about this evening's seminar. Who would like this book? Okay, let me re-ask the question. Who would like this book? Excellent. Your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl, excellent job. Rule number one of success, if you want shit, get up off your backside and go and get it. Okay? If you don't get up off your backside, what do you get? Nothing. It's a pretty simple rule. It's not complex. Now here's the problem. In your head right now, half of you are giving yourself an excuse for not doing it. Oh, I would have got up, and if you do it again, I'll get up. Don't you worry, you know. And then you're just in time to be too late for the deal. The deal's already done. Someone did it. You missed out. Oh, too bad, so sad. You know, the thing about this, you know, every time we actually go to actually make success, we've got to do something. How many of you read that book, The Secret, or saw the movie, The Secret? What a stupid book that was. That was the dumbest thing ever. There was where in the book did it have the word work? It didn't have the word work once in the entire book. How do you succeed without work? You can't do that. You know, it's like, how do you succeed without doing it? Write a book that tells people you can succeed without doing anything. You know, it doesn't work. Positive mental attitude, is that important, yes or no? Yeah, it's important, but, you know, the other thing. Third goal here this evening, and a very, very simple goal, is to educate everybody, okay? To give you the knowledge that you need to understand how does wealth happen. Okay, I don't have time to go into exactly what to do, but I can definitely give you the path to how wealth happens. What is the strategy? What is the way? What is the direction you've got to go in? And then my fourth goal is to make sure we have some what? Okay, now by the way, education, it's important to you to understand this. This is not a motivational seminar. I am not a motivator. I hate that term. I was in Phoenix a couple of days ago and the radio interview guy says, so you're a motivational speaker? And I said, no, I'm an educator, because if you motivate an idiot, they just do stupid things faster, okay? Anyone ever proven that fact? It's like, yeah, that was me. You know, I kept going harder and faster, but it was just doing the wrong stuff. So ultimately, let's get down to this education. The first part of this evening, by the way, is more philosophy than strategy. Because if you don't think right, you won't do right. I got to get you thinking right first so that you'll actually do right second. So when it comes to the philosophy of money and the subject of money, here's the challenge. I did a speech at the end of last sort of school year to a bunch of college grads. And up in the north of the country, and I'm standing there chatting with them all, and they're all, before I got to speak, I had to talk to them all, and they're all talking about what job they want, and they're focused on the job so they can what? Everyone call it out so you remember it. They're focused on earn. How much can I earn? How much can I get? What's my job? What am I going to earn? I got up and gave a whole speech telling them that is the worst thing you could be focused on. The thing you have to focus on, put the L in front, you got to focus on what you need to learn. See, it's what you learn that actually makes the difference. Here's the challenge with getting rich. What's harder, doing the work or learning how to do it? The learning's the harder work. But most people don't do the learning, and therefore they'll never do the earning. I'll put it a simple way. If you've only ever learned to make 100 grand a year, what's the most you make a year? 100 grand. And you've got to learn before you earn is a simple reality. And these kids, I hope they got it, that your job is to find a mentor, not to find someone that just pays your bills type thing. The learning factor is where it all starts. In fact, really, really simply, if you think about the learning of this, why is your first million the hardest million? Got to learn how to get it. You don't know what you're doing for the first million, so you actually got to learn it and do it at the same time. Why is your first business the hardest business? Same reason. You don't know what you're doing. When you first started a business, you didn't know what you were doing. You just got in and you gave it an idea. You thought, I'll give it a shot type thing. And so we sit there and we think about it. What is it that people are afraid to do the learning work? See, what if I told you you would be worth 100 million if you read 1,000 books on the subject of success in business? If you read 1,000 books, you'll be worth 100 million. Would you read 1,000 books? Bullshit. I call bullshit because most people say they'll do it and then don't go do it. Why do you need a personal trainer in fitness for most of us? So that actually you go and do it type thing. My challenge with a lot of people is that they want to do it, but they're not committed to it yet. A lot of you raised your hand earlier on saying you're committed to your success. You're committed to being rich no matter what it took. Some of you raised your hand in that category because you wanted to look good in front of the rest of the audience instead of saying, well, I'm not really committed, but I kind of want to be committed, and I want people to think I'm committed. The commitment comes when the commitment to learning happens. See, if you can learn it, you can do it. But if you don't learn it, you can't do it. And this is, it bugs me time and time again that people aren't willing to learn. Can I be really blunt with you guys here as an audience? Because being from Australia, that's kind of the way we are in life, okay? Don't be, I'm not kidding, am I? Thanks, Tony. The thing about it is, if you don't complain about the results you didn't get for the work you didn't do. If you don't do the work, don't complain about it. And the simple thing about being wealthy is the learning comes well before the earning. If you do the learning, you can get to the earning part of it. So every one of us has to commit to doing that before we get there. So here's these young kids, and they're thinking about how much they can earn. I'm trying to focus them on what they need to learn, and they're still thinking about it in terms of, well, but what if I get some more money? Well, look. The reality of it is you've got to set yourself up over life. It takes time to get to be rich. Far too often when I meet people for the first time, they ask me, and you know how people always say, oh, what do you do? And they're like, hi Denise, how are you? I'm Brad. And they ask, what do you do? And I always answer, I teach people business, I teach people about money. And as soon as I say I teach about money, what's the first thing people ask? Oh, can you teach me how to get rich quick, fast? They ruin the whole thing by thinking about they want to get rich when? Now, a week from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. And the reality of getting rich is it takes 10 years. And the number one reason it takes 10 years to what? Learn it. It's not about the earning stuff, the doing work. Everyone will work hard if they know what they're doing. And this is the challenge with it. I don't want to motivate you. I want you to know what to do, why to do it, and how to do it, so you actually get motivated because you're doing the right things and getting real results in this stuff. So the learning is the first and foremost part of it. Once you've learned it, then you can do it. But then we have to say, okay, how does success happen? There's a simple formula for success.